Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. So I'm coming to you today because virtual crop was last weekend and the sketches are all due tonight. So here's the PDF that I printed, and I can tell you what I do to prepare when I'm doing a sketch. So on this one, you can see I numbered all the different colors. So I knew um, how many sheets of paper I was going to need. So I just numbered the shade. Like this shade was one. So all of the pieces that were that color, I marked as number one. So on this one, you're supposed to have a 12 by 12 piece of paper that you build on. You're going to have an 8 by 6 in the middle, an 8 by 2 right here, and then an 8 by 4 over here. I don't have to, I'm going to make this into a double page because I like double page spreads. And I don't have, and I'm using riveting. I don't have two 12 by 12s of the same paper for my base. So I'm going to weld some paper. So I decided I was going to need one piece for this. So I'm going to number these one. And then I'm going to need a piece for this 8 by 6, a piece for this 4 by 8, and a piece for this 8 by 2. So I knew I was going to need four different pieces of paper, plus mats and embellishments. So I got my embellishments gathered up. I'm going to make a painting page. We all paint at times. I also got some photo mats. I'm just going to put my sketch aside. I have one sheet. I've kind of cut on all this paper. As you can see, I've cut some of it up. So I have one sheet that's a full 12 by 12. So I'm just going to cut it in half at 6, and that'll be kind of my base. I'll weld some pieces to it. And since this is going to go across my page, I'm going to cut it this way. So you might want to check the directional. It's going to go across my page in a landscape fashion. There's that piece. And then we need two 3 by 12s. And I want to use this kind of busy print. Two 3 by 12s and two 1 by 12s. And we're going to weld all this back together. And when I'm cutting less than 1.5 inches or so, I always measure on this side of my mat. That way I have more paper to hold on to when I'm cutting. I know I've said that lots of times. And then we need two that are 2 inches. So two 2 by 12s. And finally, we need two pieces that are 4 by 8. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this at 8. This is just a piece of paper. And then I'm going to cut two 4s. 4 by 8. 4 by 8 and a little left over. All right, so now we can weld. These two pieces are not part of our weld. They're going to go on top. Oh, I do need some welding strips. Let me see if I have some. I just always save white strips of paper for this. And I'm just going to lay these out the way they go. And I'm going to put them upside down so that I can weld. So the 3 by 12 goes at the top, followed by the 6-inch piece, followed by the 2-inch piece, followed by the 1-inch piece. So I'm just going to lay all those out upside down because we're going to weld on the other side. This paper is very fun. I love it. So I'm just going to put these together as best I can. And I like to say I'm going to tape down my crack which sounds terrible, but that's what I'm doing. Just putting some tape, usually more than I normally use, down the seam of those two pieces of paper, and then I'm going to lay my welding strip down on top of it. So all the sketches are pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. If you go to the blog, it gives you directions if you need step-by-step directions. The sketches used to not have measurements. It was like a guessing game, or, you know, just do what you think looks good, which I kind of liked. But now they have measurements, so it takes the guessing game out of it. But you can go to the blog and get detailed instructions on how they actually put it together. But they are due tonight. And you, like I said, you post them on the Facebook page, and then you're entered using those hashtags, and then you're entered into the drawings for those prizes. And they're due at 11 Mountain Time, whatever that is for you. Kathleen, were you able to get any sketches done? Secret box is pretty, very bright and summery, and I like it. And I know I have some collectors out there. So if you just have to have that bike cartridge, it will not be for sale separately, so you'll have to get the secret box. We were able to see the secret box in Mexico on our incentive trip, and it was really hard to keep that secret. Well, you still have time, Kathleen. Okay, so then when you flip it over, you have your bases. And whatever you put on the front, on the top, is going to help it all stay together too. So these pieces, these 4x8s, go on the inside of these. So see how that's holding those pieces together as well. And I was thinking that I needed this blue, and I might actually put it under there. It's blue painted border sticker, and that'll help that stay together even better. I'm hoping that you guys can see this really well. I feel like I'm finally getting this whole video thing figured out, and then something happens, of course. Perfect. Oops, there's a little bit sticking out that I'll have to cut off. Okay, and then let's see, I have a journaling box that I want to use. And I'll probably put it maybe there-ish. And then I have some paint buckets and a ladder. What did I do with my mats? Here they are. I wanted a couple of these here. And obviously, this may be obvious, you don't have to do exactly, you know, what they've done. Like, I don't want to cover those paintbrushes up, so I'm going to go up here with it. And maybe this ends up being up here, or you could even go like that. I like it. And maybe we put this up here and put in a little embellishment cluster right here. And then I have some title stickers and stuff. I'm just going to put all this down because I like it. And remember that you are not confined to only putting pictures where you have mats. So I might cut some smaller pictures and put them down here. once I have pictures. Then I will have all the sketches submitted, which I don't get to do every time, so I'm lucky that I got it done this time. I had a crop this last weekend, so that helped. Hope you all had a fabulous Mother's Day. I got to talk to one kid, went to dinner with the other kid, which he bought, which was fun. Very fun when your kids are big enough to buy you dinner. Then I have some stickers I wanted to use. Let's see. Oh, we have some splatters, which I love. I'm definitely going to use those. Just don't know where. Maybe there and over here. What else? Oh, we have paint brushes. That's a definite. We also have some rollers. I try and use everything that matches together. You know what I mean? Here's some more paint brushes. I think that's it for that sheet. And then I have Getting Messy. I'm going to put a foam square on it, or two. And I kind of like it right here. And paint. Work in progress. There's an oops. I don't know. I think that's pretty good. All right. I hope you liked that. I hope you got some info about how to submit those sketches. They are due by 11 Mountain Time. And you can enter to win all those fun prizes. I am going to take a picture of this and submit mine. Don't forget to head over to my website for more fun, like no longer available items, pre-made scrapbook pages, links to workshops and retreats, and information on joining my team. I am really excited to be growing in that area of my business and helping others reach their goals. So I would love for you to join me, and we will talk next time.